click like, share, subscribe, follow if you like. Now let me go ahead and drop this message because it was like it came in very pertinent, and of course, they love to just try to hold and play on on the little tickety talk because TikTok, they know they wanted to stop the algorithm for that situation because, like I said, right now, the newest plot, outsiders sending in the new neighbors to constantly do complaints to the front desk. That's one. Then the constant, oh, make sure you call the police too and put in a report and saying that they threatened. So anytime, this is like someone saying, oh, well, we're going to pay attention to all their pages. So anytime that they go live, I want this person, I'm going to send this person a text message and you make sure that you call the police, or we make sure that we make some kind of noise to, create a distraction or whatever. But this also led to, like I said, in this whole case situation, like I said, insurance fraud, tax fraud, identity fraud. This is also a cover up for an attempted M that they attempted to do to carry through when my family came through to mention, hey, they got this going on too, right? So, like I said, the cover up is mainly from when I stayed in the over there in San Truce. Okay, that was the biggest cover up from the real estate dude. I didn't know, you did, and I still got the original paperwork. I still got a picture, whether he knew it or not, of the person who sat there to fucking sign the paperwork, along with the original paperwork, right? Then it's like the ties with the NRA and how I knew, because I was like, why would you sit somebody over here across the street to the view? The guy go and the stupidest part of it is, why would you put all these stickers? These are people like, I'm proud, I carry guns and stuff like that. Thank you for going ahead and allowing us to know that whenever, because the feds are here, so you're going to be the first person on their list because they know that you have your guns. But of course, me having mine is going to be due to pure protection. Correct? Correct. So on top of that, this was someone's hope that, okay, well, once y'all share folks get her under arrest for whatever nonsense that they was gonna falsely have to create, because it would require for me to be out here in the street. It would require for me with the hopes of a certain rental car or a rental company, which they were always trying to push me to go either towards Narcoossee area, like South Chase, and if it wasn't towards South Chase, it would always be like on the east side, like East Colonial or something like that, like where they have territory, or towards St. Cloud area. Like I was like, damn, why y'all always trying to just send me to there, like redirecting my internet? So I was like, okay, well, the only intent logically that you can put this together is if they can get some sort of bull crap arrest if they can't get the trying to say someone isn't mentally distressed, because this is like somebody family trying to say, oh, they're mentally distressed. But how can you say they're mentally distressed when you were the same person reporting that you haven't heard from them from 2 years, and with you not hearing from them for 2 years, this person, so-called mom, you will have to explain yourself, well, what did you do as a parent to help them subdue of not being so stressed? What did you do to help them make sure that they could be safe? And this is somebody, they don't even have no answers for that, right? Then on top of that, it's like, okay, well, if we get them arrested, y'all can go ahead and try to lock her up here. And then, with those 5 tickets that they tried to give me before I left from Puerto Rico, because this was the whole plot from the get-go. And I already knew that if they could get me arrested here, that was get me arrested here, expedite me back to Puerto Rico, and they can get rid of me there. Wouldn't nobody know, wouldn't nobody care. That was the hope, because it was like, well, we got the 5 tickets, not understanding that I already had my license. He had already went back to take care of his shit, but I'm supposed to be blind and oblivious to this. Like I said, every time you drop the DNA, I know what more to add into the pieces to say, do, behave. So every time you keep sending in the same people, or the same people attached or affiliated to that energy, you're feeding me more. No different than the dude, the newest one next door. And then there was the other two that came yesterday that stayed next to the other private investigator that they had with the little girl that they were using at the courthouse the other day. And then the two crackheads, they just, like I said, from, you could tell, motherfucker, from when they coming over there from fucking Kissimmee and 192, you could tell when they sending the motherfuckers like, stop the rock, baby, stop the perico. Y'all gotta chill on that shit. But this is also like, I'm really hoping that the feds come in and IA come in, drop them drug tests randomly and make them take it. I guarantee a lot of them gonna fail up there, oh, especially in Osceola. They definitely gonna fail them damn drug tests. But this is also people looking to go ahead and hire people from the committee, like, yeah, we need this person going because we don't want to give this money on top of the lawyer, because it's like, I can see if I never reached out to no lawyer, then no any lawyer didn't have any information. But the confirmation is, even when feds was looking into my damn email, it's like, yeah, she did make a report, yeah, she did see this. So even the feds that got it, not the ones that were they intercepted from Puerto Rico, the ones that actually got it, that I had used from somebody else's fucking computer, that I knew that they fucking got it. That's why I was just like, all right, cool. That's why I'm not really tripping on nothing, because it's like everybody, lottie dottie, everybody, I need you to move accordingly. So it's just like everything that I'm gonna keep recording. So whenever they get ready to match, a she what she said, she did do. What we got, it is true. So whatever this whole little group or conglomerate is hoping to move, every time they make a move, you giving them more access and proof that it's y'all versus B. Because I'm sitting here watching every fucking private investigator that they done sent in, thinking like, oh, she ain't gonna know that they're a private investigator, she just thinking this is this. And I'm like, no. But it's very crazy that even yesterday, the dude, he had on purple, he popped his head out, didn't realize I was sitting there watching him. The other dude had on a black shirt with some khaki pants, and I knew he was part of the fucking Puerto Rican NRA little crew or whatever the fuck it is, and he played with the baseball league and the soccer league and shit. And I was sitting there, I was like, ooh, but it didn't make it no better because he didn't put no headphones in. I'm sitting there listening to myself echoing from him right there. I'm sitting in front of my room. He right there across the street in the view, and it's a piece where it's broken off, so you can see who driving around and stuff like that. So this is like shit. They can see me. Like, no shit, I can see you, peekaboo. Like, these motherfuckers are sitting here like trying to play this game. Like, okay, I can see if you want to try to build something delusional. If you gonna make it delusional, at least keep your ass far away. Keep yourself. I would even put myself in the next fucking building. I would literally, if they were smart ones, which is the smart one is the one that's doing it from over there by the red roof, and over there from Top Notch Trucking Company. And then I'm just saying like, okay. And then I was like, the only thing that slowed down was, okay, the sheriff department, well, Orlando Sheriff Department knew, okay, well, we got to chill out. We can't keep coming over there. But you want to know who do keep coming around when they don't come? Sanford, Winter Garden, Winter Springs, and Osceola. Osceola is very notorious. It's like your territory is all the way back over there. So you still a whole 20 minutes out of your jurisdiction to come right over here where I'm at. You're super out of your jurisdiction. So I'm just sitting here like, all right, well, let's see what's the next play that they're gonna do. And then I'm just like, okay, well, pay attention to the surroundings. I'm like, okay, well, where's these ones from? They was Argentina. I was like, okay, well, you sending your folks in. That's the psych people, and of course they got doctorate degrees, and one is an engineer. So I was like, that's clear. This one I haven't seen his face yet, so I'm not 100% sure, but I know he is part of the group. Okay, then of course, you still had the hotel people where they was coming in and they'll meet right here wherever, I guess, where the bar is supposed to be at, that they still don't have open. And it's like, okay, well, you expect for me to smile and be cool and cordial with you? Hell no, when I know you my fucking enemy. You are an open fucking enemy, and you want me, oh, good morning, bitch, keep that good morning to yourself. The fuck? And it's like the audacity of you to sit there and try to watch, like, okay, how they eating, how they drinking, and what they got going on. You watching every fucking move when it comes to the bank statement. But the key and clue is like, okay, well, we can't play the psych game, so we can't do that. So even if we send somebody in and then try to play the power move, because like I said, the main go-to that most officers will try to pull when they want to Baker act somebody, and it's situations such as this, because I had to explain to people when they come in and say that you want to be silent, and when they questioning you, because you have a right to have an attorney with you. However, in this situation, you have half the whole fucking city in your pocket already. So what fucking lawyer is logically going to take me at this point when they know, okay, this is the person, this is our target? Okay, not only is it racism, not only are you doing arsenic poisoning via water food, any location. So, but the main locations, I was like, okay, well, let me see what apps have I used. So it's like, all right, so what people in Orlando have shares in here is public record for mainly if they are government official, it's public record. So it's too easy. Then I was like, okay, well, what places are you having issues with? Who is already in there? Who were the newest people that has funded DCF? Who's the newest people that funded Publix? Who's the newest person that funded FedEx? Who's the newest people funding UPS? Who's the newest people funding the police department? And that be your key and clue about, okay, well, who's your funders? Because everybody has a physical year that they got to report about funds, grants that they get into these police departments, that they get to these hospitals, that they get at these goddamn hotels, and especially the independent ones. So most of the time it's just, hey, okay, let's do a little research and see. And even if I don't do it on my phone, shit, I'm a question. They just think to them, they think I'm oblivious and I'm supposed to be dumb, right? But the question that comes is it catch them off guard and they not gonna fucking process it until way later that day or a couple of days later until they realize like shit, I did give her information unbeknownst to you. I love that part about it too. You remember stupid is and stupid does, right? You did some stupid shit and you didn't even realize that you was already trying to prejudge somebody, right? So when it came to the plot, I'm just sitting here and was like, oh, so that's the new plot. But on top of it, because it's like, okay, if we don't make this person make it to their next appointment, then we can try to strategize because if they can't convince them to try to take this medication or we're trying to convince them to do this because I already know the appointment is with Dr. McGivens. You want to know what's the funniest thing? Because she is fucking spiritual. She gets sick every fucking time she try to do shit towards me. Every time Dr. McGibbons was supposed to meet with me, she gets sick or something happens to her. Oh, I caught a really bad migraine. She can't look at her computer. She'll get sick. Well, you wonder why you're going to keep getting sick and it's going to get worse and worse until you want to. Yeah, it's just like anybody choosing to do this. And God forbid that you sitting there, you on a pulpit. Oh, this is with to be a beautiful one. I have no problem. Like I said, I want your kids. I want your family. I want the things that you love the most. I need you to feel it so you can understand that you're not going to ever do that to any other person on this living earth, that whether if you choose to keep your soul or not. That's not fair and it was injustice and it was disgraceful. It was distasteful because half the people choosing to do this, would you do this to yourself? And then you're getting mad because it's like, well, how did they know? No, and how would I not know? Evil begets evil, correct? So are you choosing that you wanted to protect, protect? Oh, so this is like predict, tick off, and take them off. So this is crazy. This is like someone looking like I need to get under their skin to get this type of reaction response. But yet you want to pay these people. I need you to keep making a report to the front office. At what point are you telling these people that at any given moment that if they encounter this person, that once they get ready to read your energy, she can read your secrets, your sins, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. If anything, you want to know what's my biggest one? The Grim Reaper. I'll see it on you before you even realize it's happening. It's surrounding you. Most of the time it's surrounding the people, but most of the time it's going to take out. Most of the time I need you to stand. But I want you to suffer so you can know what it feels like for what it is that you made me go through. You took my children away from the same people that I was looking to get away from. But hey, it came with a price, right? That insurance fund, right? Y'all needed that money so much more that the sacrifice of my children and myself was a greater cause for you to say that it was okay with you. But you, all of you who call yourself Christians, you right here at the Baptist church, the Seventh Day Adventist, you call yourself a fucking Muslim and you call yourself a fucking Christian. You supposed to be a pastor? You supposed to be a minister? No, you're a fucking menace to society. I want them to have anxiety. Bitch, I'm going to have peace all day long. This is clear enough that half of these people are not even capable with living with themselves, let alone to sit in pure fucking silence. Because I guarantee you, them not having to attack my social medias to try to prevent me from making money. So shit, even if you kept that money, you're preventing me to make money for what kind of suffering? Job had long suffering, but Job ended up coming out even way better than what it was that he had prior to. So you want me to go through what? You wanted to take someone's money because why? You're listening to someone that will go ahead and psychologically manipulate you, and it's okay giving kids to you. Okay, let's make sense. Let's make it make sense. Oh, I don't even talk to her. Kiera Kiko Chapman, you came as a person of interest and people you may know today on my TikTok. I was like, yeah, you've been watching for a cool minute, a cool little minute. Patrick Monique Luter, cool minute. Johnny Luter for a cool minute. Sheila, that bitch ain't gonna let go for the date life of her. Carla won't let go for the fucking life of her. You want to know why? Why? Because, yeah, your mom was the main one that got you guys into the world, and you guys got really cold and accustomed to what it is that you do. And then this, I was supposed to be the person not know, but I was the one predicting on you guys if you chose to do this. You remember when I was like 6 and I told you this is what was going to occur to you as at 6 years old. I still remember the prediction and the prophecy. And here we are. It just took a little bit longer, but I had plenty of opportunities to wake up to it, even though I already knew when it came to like everybody in place, all the players, and me having to put all these pieces together is crazy. But I'm a billion% sure a lot of people that you got involved in this did not sign up for this shit. I know for a fact a lot of fucking people will realize I did not sign up for this shit. You didn't tell me this motherfucker can read our minds, our thoughts, our moves, what we gonna do to try to provoke them. Okay, what you gonna send somebody in to try to give disease when you already know that my DNA is gonna combat it? Period. Period. Point blank. So it's magical, it's different, and we don't know what to do with it. But if we get rid of them, we can harvest them and try to see what we can do with their blood, because they're not going to give me their blood freely. So we already took the kid and we utilized what we could from him. We took the fetuses, we utilized what we could with those. We got her oldest one. Well, we can do what we can with that one. We're going to try to get the special needs ones down because it's in her care. Or we're going to proceed with this court case, but make sure that she doesn't even get her mail. Because by the time I got ready to go back to the post office, you made sure that the post office was always fucking surrounded when it was time for me to get there, right? It was always a minor distraction, right? We're going to create a disruption for fucking what? Dennis, hey, somebody's name is Dennis, Teresa, O'Connor. But ain't nobody came to say nothing. But they'll drive around. Someone is literally right around the corner watching as I speak. Someone is literally around the corner. I'm a billion% sure by the time I get ready to open the door, they're going to run off. Someone is parked right literally outside to my, if when I come out to my left, but if I turn coming back into my room, it's to my right. Tisha, or some shit like that. Latita, some shit like that. Whatever the fuck the name is, she around this bitch with her kids. This is like how bold y'all doing this. Now, God forbid, had I was in that reactive abuse type sense, yeah, of course. That would give anyone ammunition to say, these are my enemies. And yes, you would literally want to go on like this is the fucking Columbine. Who would it? But it's like, you know what? They're already fucking miserable. You have to be a miserable individual to go after somebody who's not even fucking bothering you. I can only mind the business who's minding mine. I'm looking to mind mines in peace, but I want to dig and see what information she got going on. I need to know what she's doing. I got to know what she's talking about. So every time she walks in or leaves her room, make sure that we can send someone to go recalibrate the camera and figure out so we can listen a little bit better. I mean, we got to get somebody to get to the room, and we'll put someone right next to them. Hey, make sure when you get into this room, put the recorder right here. We drilled a hole in the upstairs and we drilled a hole right there, so it should be enough wherever we got the what you call those things, the fire alarm, which I haven't even seen not one fucking fire marshal come through this bitch. Aren't y'all supposed to go to hotels what every like 6 months or something like that? Most of the times you can take off those things and see if a fucking fire marshal sign off on it. That's how I know most of them got fucking cameras, because I'm like, damn, the fire marshal ain't even sign off on this shit, especially with it being a hotel. But you want to try to get me kicked out of where I'm able to do what I'm trying to do without you trying to take everything. I was like, damn, somebody got a personal fucking vendetta, must really be in their fucking ass. Like their ass must really fucking itch, and you must be in some whitey tidies, or your coochie's just fucking obliterated. No one wants it anymore. You probably wolf pussy out here right now. But then it's like, bro. And then it's like convincing people, oh, they're this, they're that. Well, make it make sense, because in order for me to do that, you must have been in a close proximity. Did I sleep with you? Did I sleep with your relative? Do you even know me by this, and this? Oh, I heard this on the street. Okay, word on the street is mind your fucking business, because you wouldn't even go ask that person to their face. There's someone pulling up right now that's part of this shit, and it's like, okay, well, how are we going to get rid of this case? No, it's not getting rid of the case and trying to conceal. Let me give her some money to shut her up. No, we don't do that. Do it right, or don't do that shit at all. Because either way, like I said, either way it goes, for some of these people, the ones that keep trying to feel like I'm gonna drive this home with this ego, you right. You fit to drive yourself home. You absolutely right. He on the main line waiting for you right now. Because either way it goes, street justice or court justice. Y'all got an option. Y'all got an option. You want street justice or you want court justice? Because some of y'all sitting here, this conglomerate, this people that in this committee, it ain't no different than Shorty that just went. She got on alive in Virginia. Then the CEO or the person from the Samsung company just, okay. Let's make it make sense. Because y'all dealing with way bigger players than what you're accounting for. So this motherfucker's trying to conceal them weapons. This motherfucker, I should not know that. I don't want to know that. I don't want to be in these motherfuckers' business. But it seems like somebody's doing business to do business with somebody else, but you're not telling them what. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them it's about the money. No, you think they just want to hear shit about the money? No, 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 no. Most people really want to know what the fuck you got going on, because they know eventually in certain situations, in certain instances, that shit could bite them in the ass if you feel like you gonna do some dumb shit. So some people gonna start. Hey, hold on. You said how much is this that you trying to pay us to do what? Some of y'all not even paying the fucking people, and they still waiting on their money. You don't think they fit to flip your ass? And then it's on top of that. These are going to be people. Wait, hold up. You want us to unalive this one person, and it's just been this one person that you trying to get at. What's the background of this? Somebody got smart enough. It's about 10 of these people out of y'all group that wisen up and had to ask themselves, what else is so special for this one person for you to go hard? We get the money aspect. However, what is it that makes you want to go hard for this person? So you had about 10 to 20 people sit there and be like, hold on, hold on. Let me sit back for a second. Y'all sit here, why they're not going yet? Because they're gonna sit back and fucking start asking questions for real. If not, most people gonna get inquisitive about what's this skill, what's this talent that you talking about, or the lack of. But for someone to not have this talent, they know a lot of shit that they shouldn't fucking know. So you don't think these bosses or these people that sending their people out to come do this mission for you, to ask these fucking questions? Of course they're gonna ask fucking questions. Concrete man want to know what the fuck going on, what you got his business in. The real estate motherfuckers want to know what the fuck you got us invested in. Your CPA folk, what you got us in. This is a little bit deeper than just trying to hold up a reputation in the image of trying to pretend like you fucking, Christians and shit. Half of y'all motherfuckers on Pornhub. That's why Florida wants y'all to have y'all damn IDs. Cause I done seen they videos from about 10 years ago. Y'all thought, oh, we gonna know that club secrets. I'm pretty sure whoever the owner is, he gonna be willing and happy to drop y'all motherfucking names. Yeah, they had this and this. This is the person. Shit, money. Most of them be messing with underage kids. So it's like shit. It's too easy. Hey, boss, come over here. I'm a billion%. I have enough confidence in myself that even if you send the motherfucking big dogs or underground motherfuckers, shit, I'll work with them just for shits and giggles. What information you need and who you wanted to take down. You think I'm caring about y'all kids and family at that point? Nope. Because what y'all concerned about my kids, when y'all put my kids in the most dangerous position, no, there was no care. We don't care. We just want the money. We just want her dead because we want her money. And I'm not giving her money to her because she's going to have more than me. That sounds like a cryberry, some real bitch shit to me, Barry, Carrie, Katie, Kathy, whatever the fuck you're supposed to be, the person that's supposed to bring the fucking message. But the dumbest shit of this all, you don't think the beautiful part of this whole shit is because y'all want to be Nathandrals and shit like that. The beautiful part of it is, like I said, if I did not know the mind of what a killer is like, if I did not know the minds of how fucking mobs and the rest of these motherfuckers move, most of them gonna get curious on what it is and why you want to do what it is that you do. And God forbid that they gotta figure out that you doing some shit off of emotion, jealousy, and envy. And they know somebody that they can utilize them for business, for profit, or even give them information on secrets that nobody should know. Shit, I think I would take my chances on fucking working with them motherfuckers. I would really take my oh you so you need to know on the governor. You need to know okay, we can figure out their address. We can definitely figure out where they live. We can definitely figure out how many kids and grandkids they got. Yeah, they try to put me in. I lost this type of money, and you didn't pay them they 10 million that they asked you for. They needed that 10 million about 10 months ago, and they still ain't got that. What's going on? Oh, we're gonna get our folks from Mexico. Well, Mexico been all up in the building. The curiosity killed the cat, and the curiosity of for them to do something is allowing them to fall the fuck back because it's like, hey, y'all fucking up the rest of my contracts and my movements and my money. The craziest thing, LBGT or whatever the fuck community is losing their funding. I would be pissed off too. Why are we losing our funding? Well, let's start asking logical questions now. Let's fuck all the emotions. Let's think logical. Logical sense is I'm gonna allow you to make the moves that you are because I think I was supposed to be delusional enough to know like, hey, I already knew you was gonna fuck with the paperwork whenever I went to go do, my paperwork for the state. I already knew y'all was gonna fuck with that. Oh no, 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 you can't create delusions. I'm screenshotting that. You told me guy said 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the past. The fact of the message of how it looked, the fact that I could look on my Google and figure out where the fuck you at, the fact that I could look at the IP address, the zip code of where you looking from it at. I can also look at the fact that some of you got so fucking sloppy with your work. You're showing me that you're what type of phones, the computers that you're using, the most intelligent thing that you can do if you want to see if somebody's also eavesdropping on you without consent. Go ahead and open up your Bluetooth. It will literally tell you who's all within your radius. That's the greatest thing. The magic in it. And then you just reverse search. Okay, what does this belong to? Because it's going to show the code of the phone or whatever it is, or the tablet, the electronics. It's going to show you the codes of it. And then it most likely, if the person put like JB, game controller or some weird shit like that, then that'll pop up. But when you catch it when it's first loading, you can get all the information you need from that. As well as, shit, if you really want to be super consistent with it, you just based off of your time and based off of when you move, you time for okay, when I lay down, this is when silence go right. When I move around, this is when lights and stuff like that move around. To me, my pinpoint, I'm gonna watch these motherfuckers right across the street at the View. That's their favorite little spot to go ahead and meet up. Or outside of where this nursing home area is supposed to be at. I was like, that's been the setup spot. The newest spot where they could also go meet up at is at the fucking Waffle House. So I'm like, okay, so y'all setting up shop to go ahead and say, hey, whenever you see this person, make sure that we'll send in these people to go ahead and this what you gonna put in the food for that day. Like, I was like, all right, well, I ain't seen that shit or that gameplay since 98, but hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They did it again in 2010. So it's just like nothing fucking surprised me anymore. So every fucking move that they're making at this point, you're not doing some shit that I'm not already accustomed to if their dumbasses haven't been doing this shit since I was a fucking kid. So it's just like every fucking criminal move, every fucking government official, I'm gonna know because guess what? What were the biggest clientels when you go into whole business? You're the biggest key for the biggest hoes or a bottom bitch. I need at least to get a lawyer, a judge, a doctor, and some nurses in my fucking pocket. That's the main go to because hey, if medical situations occur and you want to keep it discreet, that's your main fucking go to. Okay. If I can get some of those in my pocket, cool. But if I can get a person that's a senator, if I can get somebody in the church, that's even greater because I can launder my money and I can put it into a donation. So the person who I have connected to the hospital, I can run my money through that. Now, the greatest thing is I'm going to find my weakest link of a person in the fucking police department. You want to know who's going to be your weakest links? Are the ones that have sexual urges and those who have money issues. So they're going to be the easiest ones to get you on your fucking payroll. You want to know why? Because you're gonna go out on a night. I'm gonna say mass majority of them, they love to go drinking. Okay, that's the go-to because they can't do the drugs, but you know, it's some of them that's been getting away with it. That's why risk assessments are necessary. Most of them sit there, go to these places, and most of them, if they're single, they go into a whole house. If they're not going to a whole house, they're getting the escorts, but they're getting the real pretty looking escorts. Okay, and when they do that, guess what comes about? They're gonna pillow talk because they need to let it out. They need to vent because they don't want to vent to their fucking work psychologist or psychiatrist. You want to know why? They could lose their badge based off the shit that they be thinking and saying and want to say out loud. So it's way more beneficial to go ahead and get you a prostitute and pillow talk it out with them. That's a form of therapy. That's why most of them go to fucking strip clubs. They don't care about the age. All they know is that they vented, they got that shit out of their system, and that's how that shit works. It's not like it's a fucking like science to figure this shit out. It's basic fucking math and it's basic common sense to figure out how the fuck this shit goes. So it's like you can tell which hoes and which prostitutes that like most prostitutes, the motherfuckers that be 304s, you can tell which 304s be feeling like they the shit because you know which ones have the police in their pocket. You know which ones they have the police in their pocket. Oh, let me go call this one because he be paying me about 1,500 every week just to keep this secret. And don't miss a payment. Because they got to go home and try to explain to the wife over the years, what's this 300? Oh, that's been the money that I've been donating to the school or to the church or to the charter or to the grocery store. Has it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit that they want to sit here and play, but then it's like, why? And then when it comes to like playing psychological games, I already know how that shit go, but I'm not gonna get all into that detail. But moral of the story was them to try to either play psychological game or it was going to be get her arrested here, then get me transferred back to Puerto Rico where they can go ahead and off me and wouldn't nobody know. But that's not how that's going to fucking go because them trying to do that, that means you have to open up the case for when they made the report about my son being in the hospital. That would means they will have to take on the consideration about the paperwork for the housing. They would have to take on the consideration about the abuse that we had to go through when we was moving around in the state, which was clearly seen on top of that, which was so fucking obscene. And then it was like the week before it was time for me, not to mention Frontier denying me to buy a flight ticket. Who else? JetBlue denying me to be able to purchase the ticket. Not to mention right there in Aquadia, right across from the National Guard, while they watched as I was trying to leave as a veteran. Now, granted, me and my kids could have got on a hot flight because I'm 100% disabled. I didn't know the full process on it, and they knew that. So I was just like, and then even when I was trying to get on the base, they was blocking me from getting on the base, which clearly the video shows all of that here. So it was just like, why would you do that? And then it was like the kid from South Africa. They used the boy Nahir, which led to the contact to the neighbor next to where Sheila stayed, then next to the kids here. Because I was like, they all connected. Nahir was from South Africa, and then I think he was South African, but from India. So I was just like, yeah, I already knew. I was like, y'all making it more obvious by the second. All it required from me was really to pay attention, even though I didn't want to pay attention because I'm like, I really, in my heart of heart, giving people benefit of doubt. Now I know not to ever give nobody a benefit of doubt. I'm gonna take your ass for face value. You say some dumb shit in a joke, I'm gonna take you serious and I'm gonna cut your ass off because I'm gonna be like, yeah, let me go ahead and record you, get information up off of you, especially when doing shit like that. But that's what I got. Over and out. The police must be around for me to say some shit like that, or a military person. It's one of the two.